I just started the recording, so like I don't really need to show anything. Because it's mainly just us conversating.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm gonna knock off probably another. I would be getting off around 10.
yeah, that's probably around when I get off too, cause I got school tomorrow. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I'm not really even gonna, But hello everybody of YouTube. You can hear it, hopefully. If not, I can turn up the volume. Actually, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I'll pause the recording. Alright, I unpaused the recording. For them, it would seem like an instant. But for me, it's been like almost a minute.
3 minutes and 11 seconds.
What?
It's been 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
You counted that?
No, I was watching the video as soon as you left.
Oh. Now, into the concept. Bro, most people, like, if they don't truly know the information, when they hear us talking about sands and everything like that and the multiverse theory, they wouldn't understand it. They wouldn't get it. Not one bit.
Huh. No, they wouldn't.
And
I've never played the game, but I understand maybe about 50% of its lore.
Mainly most of the reason that I understand the story behind Undertale is thanks to game theorists and all the other stuff like that.
Like game theorists, Nux Taku, stuff like that.
Even though most of the time Nuxtaku, he's an anime reviewer. And he's Lord Nuxanor.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really want to get into mentioning a bunch of YouTubers or stuff like that much, because YouTube is not nice anymore and will copyright you for almost anything. And literally, I was playing Geometry Dash a few days ago. It is currently September 14th. I was playing Geometry Dash on May 29th, a little before, and actually I was going to upload a video that I recorded a few days ago, but I got copyright striked, actually almost a year, 2 years, like a year, 2 years ago, back in 2018 or 2019, when I played Geometry Dash for like the first time, I believe. And I got copyright strike for the music, and I'm like, a bunch of other YouTubers have the Geometry Dash music in their videos, but they never get copyright struck. I'm like, why is that with me? I'm a smaller YouTuber. Don't do that crap to me. And now
that's because YouTube ain't fair.
Huh?
It's because YouTube ain't fair.
And nowadays with the whole Article 13 crap, one more copyright strike, like literally one copyright strike, and you're done, because YouTube doesn't actually check that crap. And even if it has fair use, they do nothing about it. They don't even check. And I'm like, that'll ruin YouTubers with less than 1,000 subscribers or less than 100,000 or something like that. And I'm like, I got 18 subscribers. You cannot do this to me. I'm trying to make it. Like, I'm literally actually working hard to try to make it, because it's always been my dream to be a YouTuber, and I don't want YouTube itself to ruin that for me. Because I feel like if I can actually get the views and actually, have people be able to find their way to my channel, I could make YouTube profit because a bunch of people would be watching my videos, and I'm like, because
Yeah.
I'm an
How YouTube pays you really is in your watch time now.
Yeah, but with me not being 18 right now, I can't get paid for it. But I know a way to trick the system. YouTube, I did not just say that. And because
I was born in
1912.
1950.
Literally,
I was born in 1556.
Bro, literally no cap on that. I remember there was a site where you had to confirm your age. Bro, the age went all the way back to 1912. I'm like, who would even be alive who was born then? No one. Except for the guy that's 100 years old. And actually 111 years old. But,
Who has heard of the War of 1812? There's a website I went on. It actually had your date of birth, like, all the way back to 1812. Not 1812, but 1700s. They had it all the way back to 1700s. Kept on saying 12 because you said it. Like 1700.
I'm like...
It's like, just to do it, I went all the way back to the beginning. Like, it had 1700. I just threw it in there. I am 320 years old. I would like to enter this site.
I'm like, what? You gonna make an account for a dead man? And
Shakespeare would like to show people how he looks this time of year in his grave.
But seriously, I don't understand it. Like, everything, it's getting ruined nowadays thanks to Article 13. Literally every site in the world, if they share any copyrighted stuff they got, or anything like that, stuff like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, would get ruined if they didn't, ban every single person that shared copyrighted things. Because if they allow someone on their site to share something copyrighted, when that person finds out, like, the owner of that copyrighted stuff or yada yada yada, thanks to Article 13, it's going to fall on the platform itself. Like, they're going to get the lawsuit. They're going to have to go to court. And thanks to YouTube being such a big site, they can't keep track of, like, the millions of YouTubers out there sharing copyrighted stuff. They just got to ban them immediately. It doesn't matter whether or not it's fair use. They don't pay attention.
It's fair enough someone reports the video.
Yeah, that's why I get... That's where...
Like 4 subscribers from just one video. I'm just happy with that.
That's why I get pissed off, because I'm on YouTube, right? I upload a video. In my video, I clearly put the name of the game that I'm playing, the owner of the game, so anybody who comes across my video wants to find that game, they could go to it. I put the link and everything. And
so you had it where you would actually pay you for your videos, right? Considering the copyright strike.
No, I did it to where with the fair use, because fair use is where you use the copyrighted content, as you can use it as long as the person who owns the copyrighted content gets money or views from it as well. Like music. If I use certain copyrighted music in my video, as long as the person who owns that music gets views or gets money from it, it's fair use. But YouTube doesn't pay attention to that anymore thanks to the Article 13 crap.
For me, my one video, it's just a thing, and it has it has the song in it. I don't have any ads or YouTube paying me or anything, but I still gave the creator of the song credit and stuff.
Bro, you wouldn't know something so funny that I actually got pissed off because I got copyright striked, right? On a video that I made, what, almost a year ago or something like that? Yeah, I think it was my PUBG one. I gotta go to my analytics on my videos and everything like that. How do I do that again? Gotta go to my channel. But on that, literally I got copyright striked on a video I made like a year ago because it had music in it that you could barely hear. And it was Spanish music because I was over at David and Marvin's house and their parents were playing music while I was recording and I got copyrighted for that music. I'm like, who the fuck pays attention to that music? Like, literally. You could barely hear it, bro.
No.
And
it's like, for say this, Laserbeam, he has to be careful right now because he's had 2 strikes against his channel. 1 more strike and he's gone.
Yeah, but I think, bro, I've had well over 3 copyright strikes. I think it's, you can, like, if you get 3 copyright strikes in the span over, like, 3 months, then your channel gets terminated.
Like, what I'm talking about is like 3 major strikes, like the big strike.
All like strikes on the channel entirely.
Yeah. Like strikes against your channel. Laserbeam, he has 2 of those. He only needs 1 more, and YouTube would most likely delete his account and stuff. Say this, Markiplier. I saw the video 4 days ago. He got his first strike on his channel, from what I saw. I don't really watch Markiplier, but I decided to watch it. He got his first strike on the channel. There's all kinds of people that haven't really gotten strikes on their YouTube channels and stuff. The thing that I see, I know YouTube ain't just going to boot every person offline and everything. Well, boot everyone out of the app stuff. And YouTube, the reason why YouTube is kind of crap right now, because with Kappa and all of that, I'm pretty sure it was called, if everything's not followed directly and stuff, YouTube can have a major lawsuit or get deleted entirely, taken down. What I understood.
Oh yeah, found the video. It says partially blocked. This video is blocked in some territories due to 1 or more content ID or something like that. And it says copyright owners, Latin author Maximo or something music publishing, and it's because of the song Mi Vida Eres Tu, which only plays from 6 seconds to 2 minutes 02, and you can barely hear it too. And that was when I was at Marvin and David's house, so I'm like, why you copyright strike me for that? So what? Some small YouTuber has your music playing in the background. Some kid who barely even speaks Spanish. Why you won't copyright strike me? Seriously. That's why I hate these big ass fucking, companies, crap like that.
Something I want to see, make your own song, put in your own name and stuff, run it on your channel, see if YouTube tries to copyright strike you for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that video was made back in 2018, 2 years ago.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. And this video right here, this video, my first Geometry Dash video, got let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copyright strikes for music in Geometry Dash. And that is Can't Let Go, Stereo Madness, which is the first level, by the way, Back on Track, which is the second level, Electroman Adventures, and Bass After Bass. Can't Let Go, Bass After Bass, and Back on Track are all made by DJVI. And Stereo Madness made by Forever Bound. And Electroman Adventures made by Waterflame. Why'd I get copyright strike on those? Because I'm pretty sure if I were to actually somehow find a way to contact these creators and tell them my situation, I'm pretty sure they'd understand it, because I love the game. I absolutely love it, and I love the music. I listen to that music, the actual music from the game, many times, even if I'm not playing the game.
Yeah, I understand that.
I listen to it many times because the music is catchy.
It's like, say this, until I found the song on YouTube, in Ark Survival Evolved, the song Evolve by, I forgot their name. I listened to that all the time in Ark. You'd have to go towards the credits and stuff to listen to it.
Oh yeah, and you want to know my most viewed video? It's my Geometry Dash gameplay number 4. It has 100 views, but that's only because my little brother was on his tablet and constantly clicked that video. But I'm like, hey, the more views, the bigger I am. And
the more views you get, the more likely you are to be put on YouTube's recommended or something like that.
And my second most viewed video is COD Mobile number 5, The Return, which has 90 views, posted on March 12th, 2020. It has 0 likes. Comments 2. And my most liked video, what was it? 4 likes? 2 likes. Shit. 2 likes. 5 likes. 5 likes. 5 likes is the most likes I got on a video. And the 5 likes were on Call of Duty Mobile number 2. And I was playing with my cousin Isaiah. And I shouted him out in my video. I'm like, yo, check him out. And actually, I got a comment on my video 9 months ago from this YouTuber with 1.71k subscribers, whose YouTube name is Superstar. And I subscribed to them because I'm like, bro, if you got that much subscribers and you commented on my video, you took time out of your day to comment on my video, I praise you as a god. Because if you have that many subscribers, you still take the time to go on my video and take time out of your day to comment, that's just enough for me.
Well, there's those that can't speak, but yeah, there's those types of stuff. Then there's the types that, let's say, like the guy, he has 1.1k subscribers, but you have the, say, people in the millions range of subscribers, and or say famous people in real life, they're actually snobby with their fans. Won't really talk with them, won't give them autographs, won't really do anything for their fans when the fans ask them. Yet their fans are the whole reason why they are where they are right now.
Exactly. That's why Like, I don't understand why I barely got any subscribers, but with how I am exactly the opposite of most big YouTubers nowadays, because I see how the world really works, and I actually cherish the people who actually subscribe to me and take the time to watch my videos.
Yeah. So far, I've had my only video I've posted on my channel. It's gotten, I think, 29 views, 3 likes, 3 comments. The only comments are from me and my cousin.
Oh, and on my comments on the Call of Duty Mobile number 2, Aaron Harris commented on my video, but I hate that dude. Because he constantly, in any video I have, he constantly comments Jeffy. Jeffy is dead, dude. That was like popular, like what? Back in 2017, 2018, bro. Literally.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how Jeffy became popular.
Because of Super Mario Logan, and Jeffy was actually an interesting character. But literally commenting that out of nowhere, bro. And actually, Call of Duty Mobile number 2 was posted on November 19th, 2019, a year ago. And Jeffy died, what? 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
With Jeffy and all, before we got internet where I lived, where me and before my grandparents and us got internet, stuff, going to school and hearing everyone say Jeffy and do that type of stupid whatever. No, you know how people in school acted with that Jeffy and everything.
In school, I remember you go up to anybody, and anybody nowadays, like even in the school that I go to now, like if the coronavirus wasn't there and everything like that, if you were to go up to somebody and just say Jeffy out of nowhere like fucking Aaron does, they gonna pop you in your mouth, because they gonna be like, first off, who the fuck is Jeffy? Second off, why you rolling up on me, nigga? Like, that's straight up how they be.
Back when everyone's saying that Jeffy stuff and everything, I'm just there going, who's Jeffy? Who's Jeff? Why are you doing that stupid voice? 'Cause that was back before we actually had internet or anything.
Ooh, hey.
Even back then, if I had internet around that time, I would not have been doing the stupid crap that they was doing. I was always confused as why people was doing all that stuff.
Speaking of Jeffy, actually the oldest Jeffy video was uploaded 2016. 4 years ago. So
Has this channel died off from Jeffy?
No, actually there was the newest Jeffy video was like posted a few days ago.
I want to hear that crap.
Hold on, I'll find it. The only video of Jeffy that I actually truly cherish is the one Jeffy gets bullied because he beats the fuck out of that guy. And
here's a point that my grandfather tries to make to me. If someone tries to bully you, just try to beat the ever-loving shit out of them, because then they won't mess with you because you know they're going to fight back. However, people nowadays are a lot more stupid than back then when my grandfather was a kid around my age.
And
now, even if you beat the everlasting shit out of someone, they're still going to come back and act crazy and all that around you.
Actually,
learn.
I got something about that too. Down here, down in Moorfield, first of all, yeah, everybody's stupid down there. Like most of the kids down there are stupid, but the kids in our grade, you know, The only ones I honestly think are not stupid are the ones that I'm friends with, because I'm not going to be friends with no stupid person. So, yeah. Everybody else, other than my friends, are stupid because literally you got example A, Aaron Harris. You already know. First off, he's a snitch and he doesn't stop talking crap even if you're about to beat the crap out of him. Literally, I remember he was talking crap about me behind my back, and I confronted him at one of the football games, and I went up to him and I'm like, so what's that crap you've been talking, bro? You want to square up? Let's square up right here and now, bro. I'll kick the crap out of you. And he had to be saved by the music teacher, bro. By the music teacher. I'm like, bro, you a puss, bro. And
here's something that folds well. Because you can have someone that's really smart, but they are absolutely like genius level, but they have no common sense. Because common sense says you have smartness and common sense, and if you can if you have that balanced out, you are going to be pretty well off in this world.
With me, like most people, like it's a very well known fact that I can be stupid sometimes. But that's just how I am. Like, I act stupid because I'm making my friends laugh, like, as a joke. But I can be serious in situations when it comes to it. And most people may not take me serious because I stutter and I have a wisp. But it doesn't matter if I have a wisp, a stutter. That ain't going to affect my fists hitting someone's face.
No.
And
imagine if that actually did happen. You had a stutter, you go to punch somebody, and just like your stutter, your fist just starts shaking all over the place.
Nah, imagine if your fist like moves like how if you stutter and you start stuttering right as it hits their face, and it's gonna be come on. But
it'd be like one of the anime scenes.
Yeah, where they replay that hit, that epic hit. Boom, boom.
It is did like 5 times over.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like people like assume I ain't gonna do much, but back then the only reason I didn't do crap to people was because I didn't really give a crap. And I'm like, unless you talk about my mama, or unless you actually do something to hurt me or those I care about.
Like, I don't really care what you do or say.
Yeah, but
as long as it ain't affecting me.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, you can say all the bull crap you want about me, as long as it ain't like actually ruining my reputation. But you can say all the crap you want. You can say it to my face. I don't care. Not one bit. But the minute you talk shit about my family, my friends, anybody, or if you do anything to hurt them, I will go to prison for manslaughter. And that's not a joke either, because the only thing that would truly get me to do that is if they hurt any of my little siblings. And that's no joke, because I hold my siblings dear to me. And if anyone has this, if anyone has, even if it's man, woman, or transgender, or any gender, if they have the balls of steel to even come close to hurting any of my siblings, I'll give them praise, and then I'll give them a respectable warrior's death by beheading.
Balls balls are made out of greater steel than Superman's.
Exactly. Their balls are made of steel so much that their balls are stronger than Superman, the Man of Steel. Because I'm like, no, not balls of steel. You gotta have indestructible balls. You gotta be the biggest, most confident, most fearless person to be stupid enough to try that. Because I got look. I'm starting to walk around with this like a bracelet around my arm so I can unhook it and wrap it around my hand like some brass knuckles. So I'm like, if I ever get in a fight, boom, I got it ready.
That might end up hurting you more than helping.
Actually, no, because my knuckles, I've had something like this on my knuckles for like 10 hours straight, and it didn't hurt. Like, it was tight too, but not punching anything. I was just seeing, and I was starting to push on it to see, if I would actually punch, if it would hurt me or not. Nah, because what most people do stupidly is they have it, look, like, you bend your fingers and like right here, that's where they put the chain at. But that's stupid, because if you hit the person right here, it's gonna hurt you. It may hurt them a little more, but it'll hurt you because it's going right back on your sensitive spot. But I have it right here at the skin, where most of the power comes in. And with me, I've been taking classes, well, training a little bit, but not that much. I was still at the basics before I moved. Training with my friend. He was teaching me a little bit of martial arts, boxing. He taught me the basics of martial arts, like, stances, moving with your feet, stuff like that, which also worked for boxing. And he taught me the punches and shit. And he also taught me to use my weight against my opponent. And I'm like, fool, if I were to get in a fight and I use my weight against my opponent, they're gonna be catching 300 and something pounds of fist in their face.
Well,
they're gonna be catching
your weight against your opponent. Like, say this, you want to pin them down or something, and or trying to knock them off balance. That'd be your way to go. For me, something I've been trying to learn.
Yo, hold on, what is that you got in your hand?
Katana.
A real one?
It's mainly for display, but it's taken quite some things. Considering how many times I've actually hit it against something.
Full. I'm finna order me one offline, like, not kidding at all, because I
have many, my friend.
Bro, you're lucky. You're lucky to have that many. How many swords in total do you have?
Let me count that again.
Like, not
1,
only
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm currently working on one of them. I got some from my mom and some from my dad. I'm working on one that I have right here in the corner since it was mainly broken up, busted up stuff. Been working on it. But I'm pretty sure altogether I have 14. 6.
My one friend has more than you. And I'm like, well, I think he has one more than you, or he may have a little less than you. But nonetheless, his swords, he has a variety. He had a claymore, which he gave to my cousin. He has a katana. He has what he calls the bat sword, because the end, like the guard on it, is in the shape of a bat. And he has a rapier.
I like the rapiers. However, of all of them, I prefer European swords. I have a ton of katanas, but I prefer the European.
And he has a sword that actually, if you look it up on the internet, it won't show any description really. It was like, the theory on it is it used to be used for satanic rituals, but
Well, sword
I'm
would have
not
been
gonna.
used as satanic ritual. More likely, it would have been a dagger or a short sword.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. It was used, and I'm not gonna answer that for YouTube's sake. I'm. It's on pause now. Nah, I didn't confirm it whether or not on the YouTube. I said it's a theory, but and he also has. I'm thinking.
I've also been working on knives and hatchet heads, trying to get all the rough off this one.
He has. I'm trying to think. He has what he calls a dragon sword, I believe. It's a sword that actually has a like soul connection. None of y'all on YouTube, none of y'all who are subscribed to me will ever understand that, but I'm pretty sure Yuli, you understand that. Like the soul connection with your sword, like how it chooses its user, its wielder.
Yeah, and or it's called Sword's Choice.
Yeah, he has a sword like that, which is his dragon sword or something like that. I forget exactly half of the names, but I remember specifically some of them. And
I plan on trying to get myself an actual battle-ready sword, like a battle-ready katana or a battle-ready European sword.
I feel like I'll be definitely good with katanas because they got like the perfect balance to them with me because they're lightweight, and I like lightweight ones because I've been training recently with this big metal bar that like weighs as much as a claymore. I've been swinging it around to get my swings faster, so I'm like, if I wield a katana, my swings are going to be light speed.
It depends on the katana that you're using. To say this one. This one is basically one for like one hand, or if you want to, you can turn it to one hand. It's basically like the medium-sized one. Then you have the big one, which would be for two hands.
With me, I wouldn't do two hands. I wouldn't really do that much with a two-hand one. I'd grab two swords, like have two katanas that I'd use for battle. Like two of them.
Imagine being like General Kenobi, just grab out 4 katanas.
Nah. Imagine, nah. You wanna know where I get the inspiration from having two swords from? It has one. It has one less than a specific character from One Piece. Roronoa Zoro. 3-sword style.
But say for this.
But instead of.
Do you think this sword would be heavier than any of these swords right here?
Actually, yes, because that's the same length as a claymore.
Actually, European swords, depending on their quality, if you make a well-made European sword, this sword right here is lighter than the medium-sized one, and it's basically as light as the little dagger. It's light as the katana's dagger.
Mm.
No, this is just a display prop. It weighs like, I think, a pound.
I wouldn't really use a European sword. I'd stick to katanas. Not only because of the design on katanas, but I feel like I'd be way easier to use a katana than I would any other sword. Because like with a rapier, bro, I would never be able to learn that. And with a claymore, that's like more medieval type. And that's why I'd stick to katanas because like I like love the Japanese tradition, Japanese culture, everything.
I'm gonna say right now, out of all my knives, this would be my favorite.
Bro.
Sad thing is, if I wanted to, I could knock the handle off and give it an actual proper handle, so I could actually use it. Though it's part of collectors. It's like, yeah, a little kid could wield it. It can, like, my hand fits completely over the handle though.
Yeah, but like I said, well, like I'm going to say, no little kid should ever be wielding a blade. It's leave it to the professional. Like literally, I remember I had a knife out once. Like I was using my knife for something, and I started, doing tricks with it. It wasn't an actual proper trick knife like Balisong, or also known as the butterfly knife. I wasn't doing tricks. Like I didn't have a traditional one. I just had a standard pocket knife. I was doing tricks with it either way because like I'm good with my fingers, like to twirl stuff around like that. And I seen this kid saying, "Hey, can I try?" And I'm like, "Whoa! First off, little kid, you shouldn't be holding no knives. Leave it to the professionals." And I also said this knife right here is a. I knew the kid wouldn't understand it, but I still said it in the way I said it. I said, this is a standard wilderness pocket knife that is not a traditional trick knife, obviously, like a Balisong butterfly knife, or even a karambit. This is just a normal pocket knife. Well, wilderness pocket knife. But I'm able to do this because I'm a professional and I'm good with my fingers. Don't tell the girls that. Don't tell
Don't tell girls that.
Yeah, don't tell the ladies that. They be on me.
Well, I won't tell my ex that. She doesn't deserve it.
Bro, but talking to you gives me a lot of memories, bro.
Yeah, it's been years, my man. With me, I've been trying to learn tricks with swords and stuff. Mainly, it's just the show-off tricks or the sheathing tricks. I plan on starting to learn, like, battle trick with it. Well, not tricks, but battle stances and everything with swords. I want to start taking up blacksmithing. Make your own weapons or armor and stuff.
Hey, then I know who I'm going to. I'm finna call you up. Hey, yo, my sword broke in battle. I'm gonna need you to make me a new one.
Say this, as this is a common theme associated every day. Zombie apocalypse happens. You're gonna want somebody that can make weapons.
Yeah.
And someone that could make their own technology to make the weapons would be even better.
Actually, the first thing I'd do in a zombie apocalypse, you want to know the first thing I'd do in a zombie apocalypse? Find my redneck friends.
Yeah.
Because they have all the guns.
Say this. Because it wouldn't be long if the zombie apocalypse started at the redneck territory. It wouldn't be long before everyone was saved by rednecks, mullets, and monster trucks.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be long till all the zombies are eradicated because every redneck wouldn't be dead to no zombie. They'd be killing the zombie, either with their bare hands or with their rifle.
What do you think about the sword right here? I like the type of.
I like the shade on it, the color and everything.
Yeah. I want to figure out the Japanese symbol that they have.
If y'all want to see what I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all can see that properly on the screen, but yeah, like I was saying, it's bringing back memories because I remember when we used to play with Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, everything like that. I remember back in elementary school, Beyblades. Bro, those were the shit back in the day, bro.
Hey, the funny thing is, like, we had it basically official. Everyone go Beyblade, let it rip and everything.
Yeah.
They're shouting the names of our Beyblades, telling them to win and everything.
I remember I had a replica, I think, of a Pegasus Beyblade. I used it one time. I'm like, You better not lose this battle, because if you lose it, you gonna be disrespecting the name from the anime, bro. You gonna be disrespecting it.
A couple of my Beyblades got stolen, and over time, when Beyblades became less popular in school, I made the dumb decision as a kid to start trading away some of them. I have at least 10 of my original Beyblades left.
Bro, I have none of my Beyblades left. Bro, I don't even remember where my fucking box of 114 Pokemon cards are.
Oh, I know where my box of 3,000 and something cards are. It's in my closet.
Bro, you are lucky, cause if you have, how many times have you moved houses?
None.
That's why you're able to find your Pokemon card, because you know where they're at. With me, I can't, because I've moved a total of, first it was on Arlington Manor back, in elementary school. Then, I believe it was in Lee Street. Then I moved to the other apartment in Lee Street. And then I moved to the house up towards Petersburg. And then I moved down to the house that I was from, 7th to 8th grade. Now I'm down here in Tennessee. 6 times I have moved. And I do not know where my Pokemon cards are, because I had a box of them and they were put in storage, but I don't know. We cleaned out our storage before we moved and everything. Couldn't find my box of Pokemon cards, and it was shiny too, like shining and everything. It kills me because it actually kills me because I have cards in there that were given to me not only by you, but also by Ryan. And it just kills me because I cherish those cards.
Yeah, you haven't seen us in a long time. We haven't seen you. Last time I saw you, it was at my ex's performance.
Yeah, and I was there also for one of my friends who I wanted.
Did you ever find them?
Who I wanted to ask out actually, but she
rejected you.
Like, I wouldn't say that, but like, she friend zoned me. She's the first girl to ever friend zone me. Literally, the first girl ever. Most of the girls that I ask out would actually date me. Even if they would have rejected me the first time, they'd end up getting with me later on because they realize how I am. But not her. Not her. She friend zoned me. Probably because she realized that if she were to date me, I wouldn't let her have any male friends. For a reason.
Yeah, I figured out from my ex, as I figured out when my ex broke up with me and stuff. A couple of her friends telling me stuff. She'd flirt with guys behind my back. She tried to hook up with guys behind my back. And then she trying to spread a rumor about me in high school. She tried spreading a rumor about me. That ain't true. She's leaving out important detail from.
What kind of rumor?
She also apparently didn't actually love me throughout half of their relationship. The only reason she dated me was for pity. She broke up with me one time to get with a guy, but then she got back with me. She broke up with me to get with one of my friends, and she got back with me because I ended up having a breakdown by that point. I was trying to hide it, but then everyone kept on coming to me and saying, "Don't." Hey.
I'm gonna tell you this. Don't make the mistake I did. Don't make the mistake I did with Madison. Yeah, don't make the mistake I did, giving the girl a bunch of chances like I did with Madison.
I gave her 3 chances.
I gave your cousin, 6?
7.
Yeah, that proves my point. Yeah, that's because I'm a good guy. Yeah. Because I understand it. Like I understood where Madison was coming from. Like the reason she was doing that crap because she doesn't know any better. Because look at her mother, look what she does. And actually,
Madison's actually doing better now.
Good to hear. And actually, I remember when I told my mom about when I was with her. I showed a picture of her to my mom, and my mom's like, "That little girl? Nah, you got to get away from her." And I'm like, "Why?" And she said, like, she's the reason I knew about the stuff that happened with Madison and everything like that, and half of the crap her mom does, because actually it turns out when years before my first ever stepdad, he cheated on my mom with Madison's mom. And I'm like, wait, so he would rather be, not trying to disrespect, but he would rather be with her than mama. And I'm like, first off, the blondes half of the time are dumb. So
that, or it's either that or they just don't have common sense.
Exactly. So I'm like, why would you choose that over my mom? And I'm like,
then again, there's many people nowadays don't have common sense. I mean, take the riots and stuff.
Yeah,
Nobody's
that's bullcrap.
Common sense in that. Like, the peaceful protesters and all, George Floyd's death, what happened to him was bad and all, but now that's in the past. Nobody's caring about that. None of the rioters care about that. They're doing it because they can. They're doing it because they're able to basically, they're able to break laws and they're getting away with it.
To be honest, to be honest, bro, if I had the chance to do that, I wouldn't do it as stupidly as, all the rioters are. Most I do is go into a Walmart while they're raiding it and just take a PlayStation 4 and a TV.
Yeah, it's just like, maybe I would, just like this, maybe I would go to a store that I like, that, or maybe I wouldn't. The most protective shops that no one would want to try to raid is the gun shops. Because the guy clearly surrounded by guns and ammo.
And actually, what I do is, like, if I had a chance, like, it was a moment where the government's at its most, sensitive, so they couldn't really keep up with raids or anything like that, like they are now. What I do is I'd go into a store. I'd go into a big store, like a big place, like such as a Walmart or such. Go into the video game aisle, everything like that. Grab a bunch of game systems, video games, everything like that. Any game system or video game I could get my hands on. Go into the clothes section. Get a bunch of clothes for children. Donate them all.
Here's the thing.
Because
I wouldn't really want to raid anything. There's a reason why. Because you're caught doing that stuff, there's going to be hell to pay in the future.
Yeah, but that's why I'd love there to be a purge day.
It kind of goes against my morals and stuff. The purge would be a different thing.
Different scenario.
Would definitely survive and stuff. And so
I know I would definitely survive, because you know why?
Well, I live in the backwoods, so I know I'm surviving.
I got 15 senses. I got the original senses, smelling, hearing, looking, everything like that. But I have upgraded versions of that as well, which add up to the 15. As well as I can sense the aura of a person that could be feet away from me, like 20 feet away from me, and I can sense their aura. I can sense.
Well, that's something almost anybody can do, really.
Not anybody.
having hostile tendencies towards you. Some people can actually feel that because the person is literally staring you down and you're having that reaction where you're feeling someone staring at you.
No, with
Then you're having the
me,
reaction of not having the feeling.
with me, I can sense it in general. Like, it's not a, like, how most people do. Most people, they get the gut feeling like somebody's staring at me, but half of the time it could be false. Mine, it's always correct. As well as I can hear anybody coming up on me. They could be, like I said, 20 feet away from me, and I could hear them. There could be somebody right next to me talking loudly, and I could still hear that person walking up behind me, even if they're wearing, what is it? They could be barefooted, and I could still hear them, because it's all about how you're hearing. Even if
here's something. Here's a tip that I give to people. Go ahead.
If somebody's talking right next to you, even if you listen, like you turn your head a little bit, like this way, to listen behind you, and you hear the echo off of the person, you know, yelling right next to you, if it bounces back, somebody's behind you. That's how I can, like, you know, hear people behind me, because I look for the echo. And that's why when I'm walking, I'm always flicking my fingers, snapping all the time, or at least making some sort of noise, like flicking my finger against something like a can of soda or something like that, so I can hear the echo bounce back, like echolocation.
Oh, so that's why you're doing that at that place. In reality, though, as you could give a tip to someone that wants to sneak up on somebody, you shouldn't go barefooted or wear shoes. You want to wear something, because your feet's going to make a smacking noise every time you hit something with it barefoot. And shoes, they're going to make that clank noise, depending on the shoes you have.
So what, just socks?
Socks or a certain type of cloth, because actually they'll cover up the smacking noise since your feet aren't actually directly tapping against something.
Yeah, but like,
also, if you don't put all of your weight down on a step, it's actually
use your toes.
quiet, everything.
What I do,
For me, this house creaks just about every time somebody steps in it. At least all my family, except me, because I can walk through it without creaking. My family, they'll see me at one side of the house for a second, then they'll see me in the kitchen, then they'll see me going back to my room. Basically, it's the whole type of thing. The goblin has come out of his room.
yeah. Like introverts do. They're like filming a documentary at your bedroom door. You step out. Oh, here he is coming out of the cave to get food and sustenance. And then, oh, there he is. He's gone.
Yeah, wasn't that something that? Oh, what was his name?
Thomas Sanders.
That was the one. Yeah, he did that. No, I said I wanted to try out blacksmithing and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the anvil to do it.
Damn, you got an actual fucking anvil.
Yeah, 55-pound anvil.
But like I was,
so I don't think anybody's going to steal this and run away with it very quickly.
Hey, it depends on how much they can lift, bro. I could lift that and run away with it pretty fast. Cause I
can lift it and run away with it, but the problem is, with how much weight you're holding, depending on where you're holding it, if you just go down just a little bit, you're going to fall over with it.
Not if you got incredible balance. But like I was saying, with me, that whole wearing socks, walking on your toes thing doesn't work with someone like me, because remember, like I told you, like I told you, using the echolocation.
With walking on your toes isn't as good because you're actually pinning more weight onto stuff than it needs to be.
Not with me. I can make less noise walking on my toes than I do walking with my feet normally. Because like, and I can run pretty fast on my toes, faster than some normal people can. because
Yeah, well, my book
I,
I can run fast.
I do training exercises for stuff like that, keeping my balance, just literally walking on my toes for like what almost a mile and doing it back and forth. And
Well,
I
I
also
think that's a good idea to do. Walking on your toes and stuff. If you're always walking on your toes, that can actually end up deforming an arch in your foot.
I don't have an arch. I'm flat-footed. That's why it's easier for me to walk on my toes than normal people.
Yeah, but it'll create an arch for you. Doesn't matter if you're flat-footed or not.
That's why. That's
Like,
why.
I don't have an
That.
arch. I'm flat-footed, but
That's why my
somewhere
friend.
around there.
That's why my friend Revel, he taught me specific ways of boxing and martial arts and stuff like that and stances for me that's good for me and him because we're both flat-footed. We don't have arches. And we can't
For
go
me,
and like with us we can't go places like long distance for that long because with no arch in our foot our feet hurt quicker than normal people's. But with me, I kind of have a different take on that because I've been walking for so long that even without an arch, my feet don't hurt very quickly. And my
for me, I can be like Minecraft Steve. I can just constantly punch wood out where I live. Miller, there's trees that are rotted enough that I could punch them down with my fist. The problem is, I'd have to worry about the entire thing wanting to come down on me.
and we like what was it?
Timber!
Like
Oh, the dumb son of a bitch punched the tree down.
like I was saying, for the past what? Um for the past few weeks, I've been training occasionally with a big metal bar that was actually a part of a bed frame. It weighs the exact same as a claymore, and I've been swinging it around to get my swings faster.
How much does the bar weigh?
I don't know the exact weight, but compared to a claymore, they're the exact same weight. I balanced them both the exact same way
Well, it could
in the
be
middle.
a different balance. Because say this. How much do you think the bar weighs?
In an honest opinion, I can't tell exactly because of how I lift. It may feel light to me, lighter than it actually is. It could be heavy as crap to a normal person, but to me it would feel not that much because I would lift. But it's not exactly like that. It's somewhat light, somewhat heavy. But to me, I can't tell the real difference because I don't
Well,
lift.
say this. This crowbar weighs, I don't exactly know, but I want to say maybe around 10, 13 pounds right there. No sword, unless it's a very heavy duty, say long sword, two-handed sword, should weigh 10 to 13 pounds. Like say, his average European swords, the one-handed swords, did weigh maybe, I think, 5.
Yeah, but like I said, the claymore, it's different. It is a long, heavy sword that is a two-handed sword, and when you swing it, even a normal person would have very much trouble swinging it once. And even when you swing it once, if you're swinging it against an object, the ricochet would shake your entire body with a normal person if they're not trained to handle a sword like that. Hence its name, Claymore. Just like the explosive Claymore, it has a lot of damage aimed at one spot. And that one spot is where you're swinging, but it also comes back to bite you if you don't have it placed right or holding it right.
So the blade's length of a claymore is usually 39 to 47 inches. Oh, you're talking about that claymore. I think I'm pretty sure. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I've seen what you're getting. The claymore is a one-handed sword. Or is it two?
The one that my friend has, it is a two-handed sword. The reason it's two-handed is because it's heavy.
Yeah, two-handed.
Two-handed Highland Claymore.
Two-handed Highland?
Yeah. I see the picture right here. This is the exact one my friend has. It is a two-handed Highland Claymore, which I'm pretty sure.
Claymores weigh approximately, usually 5.5 pounds.
2.2 or 2.8 kilograms. But
So,
it's not telling me exactly of the
weight
2.2.
pounds.
It's not exactly telling me what it means by the 2.2. That's for the kilograms. 2.2 to 2.8 kilograms. But in pounds, that would be 4.9 or 6.2 pounds.
European sword back then.
It
About
is
5 pounds.
his.
Everyone thinks, apparently, all swords back then, like European swords and all of that, it was like heavy, really heavy and all of that. But in reality, they was actually lighter than the actual battle-ready katana. European swords.
What I'm saying though, like I'm even looking at the facts right here that I'm seeing. It's from what it's telling me, the mass of a claymore could be from 2.2 to 2.8 kilograms or 4.9 to 6.2 pounds. So my friend's definitely weighs more than 4.9, so it's probably like 5.5 or 6.2, exactly as it says.
I mean, for say katanas, since most people think they're a better sword and all, it doesn't depend on the sword, it depends on the person that's using the sword against another.
Exactly.
But katanas are primarily used for chopping, and they've got a little tip for stabbing, but it's like chopping and slash.
Yeah, that's why I'd like a katana, because I don't stab, I slash. Because that's why I'm training on my swing in the first place.
Yeah, I've been throughout my entire life, without even knowing it, I've been training, swinging around swords with like big pieces of wood and my own little pipes I have and my crowbar.
Speaking of which, I wonder, nowadays people tell us it was silly how back in the day, us as kids, we would pick up sticks and start swinging them around. Well, is it silly nowadays? Pick up a sword, that swinging the stick's gonna come in handy.
Yeah, because here's the thing, you swinging sticks, it always came as a necessity for me. I got all kinds of things I could practice swordplay on if I had a sword that could withstand the hit of a block of wood.
Yeah, I usually, I would pick up a stick, like outside, out in my backyard. I would pick up a stick, the stick would weigh around 1.5 to 2.2 pounds, and I would swing it around like yeah, stick, branch, but it doesn't weigh that much. It's easy to swing around, but I put all my force into it to see how fast I swing it normally, and then I train with the heavy object, the heavy, bar, like I told you about, and then I compare my swing compared to my, previous swing, and then I'd see how I'm getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I've been trying to study ways in order to use like weapons, like bow stabs, knives. I'm pretty sure I've got myself covered that. My ex tried to get me to give up on my knives.
And your ex was?
Haley?
And she tried to make you give up on knives. Oh, or naiveness. You never make a man passionate about blades try to give up on blades. You never do that.
I am passionate on my blades. I told her. I am careful with my stuff. She said, I know that, but I'm still scared of you getting cut and stuff. Which,
it's called trial and error. You want to know how many times I cut myself while using knives? I've cut myself a total of 106 times while using a knife.
And I told her I was more careful of knives when I got with her. Reality, I wasn't the same around my knives. Anything that had a blade, I'd take it, swing it around, or maybe try to sharpen it.
Oh, hey, this is the recording for an hour and 10 minutes. Hey, since it's getting long, I'll see y'all on YouTube. As soon as it uploads, I'm deleting this video so I can have more space. So I can record other videos. Because if it's recording this long, compared to my phone can only record like 2 minutes. So I'm just going to start using this to record videos. See ya.